And we will go out on Facebook Live. Be right back. All right. Well, I would like to welcome everybody. This is Health and Wealth Wednesday. Today is October 30th. Happy Halloween to those of you that are going to be up in costumes. I've got my orange shirt on just for the occasion. And my name is Rick Grof. I'm the host for today. This is like our 55th episode. We're sort of celebrating our 50th for the entire rest of the year. Pretty exciting time that we're in. In fact, I realize we're heading into elections. And I have promised myself never to talk about politics, but I would encourage everybody to vote. And that's all I will say. Very important that we as Americans vote for the person we believe is best to run our country. And with that said, we're going to introduce Amy and Jack Homsey out of Florida. Say hello and where you're from in Florida, please.
Hey, good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for popping on here tonight. We are from Tampa, Florida. So we've lived here for many decades.
Fantastic. And I'm a Florida resident. I'm actually calling from the Nashville, Tennessee area. Been here working for the last about 4 weeks in between the Dallas conference that we went to. But I met actually Jack and Amy, January would be 2 years ago, and really impressed with what they have to share about their health. I'm just going to ask about their health challenges. And then they were introduced to what looks like about the size of a quarter. It's a inspiration patch, different patches for different things. But that's the main patch. It really launched this company about 5 years ago and got it on the map. The company has seen over 3,000% growth in just 6 years. So people are using this worldwide, available in 82 countries, over 100 independent clinical studies. And it's very exciting to be a part of that. Many of you know my story. I've been doing this personally about 23 months. I was a huge skeptic for 2 months when Jeff Pattison and his father, who own a regenerative medicine clinic in Phoenix, introduced me to this technology. I was like, no, there's no way. Put it on after 2 months of being a skeptic. And within the first few weeks, I started to remember dreams for the first time in over 20 years. I was entering REM sleep. And I know that of the viewers that are watching, based on our percentages, a large amount, more than 50% of you have sleep issues, just like me. And if you get to sleep, that's the time where our bodies can heal, renew themselves. And if you don't sleep, it's a problem. So that was the first miracle of my life. And then in month 4, I accidentally missed taking my anxiety medication I was addicted to for over 18 years, had a very sick wife. I had a near nervous breakdown. They put me on anxiety medication called clonazepam. I was addicted to it for 18 years, could not get off of it. And I missed it on April 17th of 23 and have not taken it since. It's lethal to get off of it that quickly, according to the professionals. Not one of the 2 doctors prescribing it ever helped me get off of it, by the way. And then in month 5, when I thought it couldn't get any better, my blood test came back. My hormone doctor looked at me perplexed, and he said, "Would you tell me more about those patches?" He said, "Your blood work is to the point where we could not put testosterone in you, even if we wanted to put testosterone in you." I had done that for 13 years. I had gone in every 4 to 5 months, done my blood work for 13 years. And it was the first time my blood work didn't come back with testosterone at around 400, 500. It was at 841. The goal is to get me at 800 using pellets every quarter. They insert those surgically into my glutes and rotate, if I can be blunt, butt cheeks. Very painful surgery. And I could not work out for 7 to 10 days, or they would push out or become infected. And oftentimes that happened over 13 years. So if you're here on a call and you have concerns about your hormones, tune in, because it totally changed my life. More importantly, it was the first blood test in 13 years. Take 13 and divide by 4 times 13. It's about 45 to 55 different blood tests I had, and not one time was something not wrong with it. This is the first time I ever had a blood test that showed nothing was out of whack. In fact, he told me to get off an estrogen blocker that was causing other side effects. When you do testosterone replacement therapy, you have to use an estrogen blocker of all things. So that's my story, and that's why we do these presentations is to educate people and let them know I'm a wealth advisor. I'm a certified financial planner. I spend 2/3 of my time doing that, 1/3 of my time doing this. This is my newfound passion. And Amy, Jack, tell those that are listening, because you have an amazing health story, your health challenges, and then what you noticed as you started using these patches. All yours. Thank you.
Yes, thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you, Rich. Yeah, we're excited to be here. For those of you who don't know, I've been practicing natural health for 30 some years. I've had my own health challenges ever since I was a young girl. And Western medicine just wasn't working for me. And at a very young age, I just realized there has to be something else. There has to be more. So I just started researching, using different products, going to different naturopath doctors. So 4.5 years ago, Jack and I were very blessed. A good friend of ours, also in the health industry, shared the patches with us. And at that time, I was very stressed out. I had a lot of pain, a lot of inflammation, headaches. I've had 5 car accidents in a 30-year period. So I have 3 herniations. I've had whiplash 5 times. So I know what chronic pain is. And you were talking about sleep, Rich. I wasn't going into that deep sleep in over 20 plus years.
Wow.
And so I would always wake up feeling exhausted, like I didn't sleep at all. I didn't remember a dream for many years until getting on this patch. So I'm very open-minded to things like this. So I thought, what the heck? I have nothing to lose. You put a patch on, there's no medicine, there's no chemicals, there's no side effects. What if it works? Right? What if it works? So I put it on.
Real quick,
and
Amy. Real quick,
yes.
Amy. I'm gonna interrupt you.
Okay.
There's no negative side effects, but oh, the positive side effects, folks. This is different for those of you that are taking medication and all the side effects that are negative. The positive side effects are life-changing. And with that, I'm going to read a disclaimer I forgot to read.
Okay.
So we're in compliance. Products are lifestyle general wellness products and are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease or medical condition. Success stories are anecdotal and based on personal experiences, viewpoints, and opinions, so do not promise anything. Your body has the ability to heal itself if given the right tools, and that's our goal today. Thank you, Amy. Go ahead.
Absolutely. And yes, and Rich, I call them side benefits. So there's no side effects or side benefits, which I'm going to get to in a moment. So for me, my personal story, and everyone's going to be different, right? Our chemistry is different, our lifestyles are different. But I personally got results in 5 days. 5 days. So, and then I noticed more results in 30 days and then so on and so forth, right? So we're 4.5 years in and I'm still noticing things. But what I noticed within the first week was my sleep. I woke up one morning, on the 5th morning, I told Jack, I said, oh my God, you're not going to believe this. I remembered a dream. Not only did I remember it, it was in 3D, vivid. It was like a movie and I was the director. I smelled it, tasted it. I mean, it was incredible. And again, I honestly haven't remembered a dream in probably 30 years. Okay. So I had a lot of my car accidents in my 20s and 30s. I'm going to be 59 in 3 months. So it's been a long time. So I felt more refreshed. So I had more energy. And then for many years, you know how a lot of people in the afternoon between 3 and 4, 3 and 5, you have that afternoon slump, right?
Oh yeah.
Yep. So I had chronic fatigue. So I used to have that almost every day. I had to take a nap. Well, guess what? That doesn't happen anymore either, except for once in a blue moon if I'm overdoing it, right? So, and I used to get migraine headaches monthly because of my herniations. They're in my neck. And in 4.5 years, I've had one, where prior to the patches, I was getting 1 or 2 a month,
Wow. And I know we have someone on a Zoom call that just started patching and they have headaches, migraines. So that's going to encourage them. And thank you for mentioning that. I know I've had migraines when I was a teenager. It's awful.
They're debilitating.
Yeah.
Absolutely debilitating. And so I've just had, again, a lot of chronic pain, a lot of inflammation, wasn't sleeping, low energy. So all of that is, I mean, my pain and inflammation is greatly reduced. So fast forward 4.5 years. And again, folks, this is just my story. So my skin looks better. My hair looks better. I look 5 years younger. I've lost about 15 pounds. A lot of that was inflammation. But here's something that I did not expect to happen. And this is not a claim, this is just what happened to me. I got my eyes checked in December of 2023. Haven't been to the eye doctor in 20 years because I never really had a problem with my eyes. But when I went, he did the whole exam and he said, wow, he goes, your vision is 20/10 in each eye. And honestly, I didn't know what that meant because I always heard of 20/20. I said, what does that mean, doctor? He goes, actually, that's better than better than 20/20. I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. So how on earth can my vision improve of like my vision today is better than it was 20 years ago.
It's
So
fantastic.
that was impressive. Also, my cholesterol has gone down about 29 points. I didn't change anything. I'm 50, going to be 59. I'm on 0 medications, and with an autoimmune disorder, with chronic pain. So everything has been reduced. Also, oh, my gums. My gums are no longer receding. I used to have pockets. It was right when I started on the patches. I went to the dentist and they said, oh, you got the pockets. We have to do the deep cleaning. It's going to cost a couple $1,000s. And I said, well, hold off. I just started this new technology. Let me come back in, 6 months. So I did, and it got better. Then 6 months later, it got better. So long story short, I didn't have to have that painful, expensive, deep cleaning. So my gums improved, but I don't know. It's like I've gained some muscle. I don't know. And the other big thing for me is emotionally and mentally, right? And I was never depressed. I was never on medication, but some days you feel down, you just don't feel your best. I'll tell you what, I have a sense of well-being now that I never had before. Okay. And I live
Same.
pretty much a healthy lifestyle. And so it's a sense of well-being, but
It-
everyone's going to have stress, right? We have kids, we have grandkids. So there's stress in the world. Just being in this world today is stressful. But I feel for me, I handle it so much better now, or I get over things much more quickly, if that makes sense.
I can vouch to that, Amy, because I can't put into words what it is, but it hit me right around month 4 and 5 in that range where I couldn't quite put I do financial advising. It's extremely stressful working with people's money and advising them on money. And I take everything very personal.
Mhm.
And yeah, to be able to get off of anxiety medication after 18 years, and not only that, but to be able to handle stress and anxiety better. It's just a sense of peace, of well-being. Yeah, well said. Thank you.
Yeah, it's utterly amazing. And that's why I'm passionate about this. And again, natural health is my passion. Jack and I own a company called My Holistic Club, and we work with different practitioners and different modalities. And also we have products on our website that we believe in, and the patches obviously are part of it. We're very impressed with the inventor and the scientist and all the patents behind these products. And again, it's just simple, it's effective, it's affordable. And and Jack got started with me at the same time.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, like Amy mentioned, we started about 4.5 years ago. She started first, and after, like she said, a few days, she came to me and she goes, again, everybody's skeptical when we get on these things. They're a band-aid,
Course.
everybody, and it's understandable.
Yeah,
And
and just real clear, Jack, these are non-transdermal patches. So that
correct.
means nothing from the patch goes into our bodies at all.
Mhm.
So a nicotine patch would be example of a transdermal patch. These are
Mhm.
non-transdermal, looked at by the FDA as a Band-Aid, but
Yeah.
much more than a Band-Aid. Go ahead, sir.
Yep. Yep. And so anyway, Amy is like, I'm not sure if this is a placebo effect. She was, do me a favor, try this. Just try it and tell me what you think. And this is during the COVID days. Everything was closed. Again, we're in Florida, but everything was closed. And so I started wearing them. And about 4 days later, I started getting a massive amount of energy. I was 59 years old at the time. and I started getting a lot of energy. Again, everything's closed. Nobody wants to get near people. Everybody's scared, you know. And I was like a caged cat, and I was telling Amy, I said, I gotta do something. I gotta get out of here. And I said, I got to do something. And so I went. It's down here is the Dunedin Causeway. It's on the water. I said, I'm going to the causeway. And so I just started walking. So I did about 3 miles, and every day I get up and I go about 3 miles every day. And it wasn't suffice. I had too much energy. And I so it went to 5 miles a day. Then it went to 8 miles a day. So I was walking 8 miles a day. Then I had to implement push-ups because it still wasn't solving the problem. So I started doing 100 push-ups, and I started doing 50 dips at 59 years old. So it ended up doing 8 miles a day, run and walk, 100 push-ups, 50 dips, 5 times a week. And I just kept doing it and doing it. I just kept feeling so excited. And I noticed I cut my own hair. And then, you know, when you get done, you got that big old ball of hair that's, you know, on your bathroom counter. And I kept seeing all the grays in there, which really don't care, but it is what it is. Then as I keep doing it, the grays went away. I'm losing my gray. I still have a little bit on my sideburns, but on top, no grays. I used to have floaters. I have no more floaters. A lot of
Fantastic.
energy. I have like energy like when I was 30 years old again. And
Real quick, Jack, because I interviewed 4 physicians last Wednesday, and 2 of them even mentioned the energy increase. I believe it was Dr. Wallace, increased energy, and Dr. Kanneller, who's a cardiologist in Phoenix, both increased energy. For those of you who've listened to these very much, my mom at age 80 was taking 3 naps a day, was embarrassed to tell me, and melatonin at night. No more melatonin at night, sleeps less, and she doesn't have to take 3 naps a day. Now, I'm sure there's a couple of days that she might, do a power nap, but 3 naps to none was her immediate response to these things. Her body was responding so favorably.
Mhm.
yep.
Can you speak, Jack or Amy, and I'm coming back to Jack, as to the reverse aging effect, the scientifically proven reverse aging of these patches? Can you
Yeah,
share a
we
little?
have found, I mean, just with ourselves before and after as we look younger, but everyone who wears this technology for a length of time, they all start looking younger. We're talking, again, we've seen wrinkles soften, skin glowing, and it also, because it's activating different peptides in the body, the collagen, it's producing collagen naturally, which I love, right? Especially being a woman, right? And we
Yeah, of course.
love that, but people
Us guys too, by the way.
yeah, and I'll tell you, my hair is actually fuller and it's getting more body. My hairdresser noticed it. By the way, my hairdresser is in the business. So, but she noticed that my hair is getting thicker and fuller, and I've noticed that as well. So it's just kind of interesting. And my mom is 83, and she wears this wearable technology, and she has no wrinkles on her face. And she has blue eyes, and her eyes are bluer today than they were 20 years ago. And she's getting compliments all the time on her rosy skin, and her skin's glowing and her eyes are so bright. So it's just been really phenomenal, especially again being in the natural health space. We don't want chemicals, we don't want toxins, we want natural remedies or natural products that help our body do what it was intended to do. And also, Rich, it's important to be in homeostasis, right? And
Yeah.
like I said, I've had my own health challenges over the years, and I've always turned to natural health. And Jack, he is a cancer survivor for 13 years.
Wow.
And we did treat him 100% naturally. And I'm thankful that he is still here. And so when we found this technology 4.5 years ago, we did add it to his regimen because it was a no-brainer. Now, we're not saying, patches had nothing to do with his diagnosis 13 years ago, but he's still on a healthy, regimen for the most part. And when we found this technology, got results, listened to the inventor, listened to the scientists, heard thousands of testimonials in 4.5 years, you're wearing this technology.
Of course. Yeah. But like yesterday,
Yeah.
and I've had people on this. In fact, I just helped 2 people with, from a compliance standpoint, we'll call it fast growing cells. And they called me, and they are connected to some people that have had some amazing success stories utilizing patches. and it's a peace of mind knowing, I'm sure, Jack, being a cancer survivor, that that you're not only turning back the clock, but within 24 hours of placing these patches on, you're resetting genes, 3 to 4 thousand genes to a younger, healthier state immediately. And you've been patching now for 4.5 years. I'm at almost 2 years coming up. Just a peace of mind to be proactive, raising our immune system. This is actually a patch that helps with my immune system. And, coming through COVID, I don't believe I ever got it, but we have people on this to the point where they had such cognitive issues, they couldn't even go to their daughter's wedding. That's how bad they were hit by COVID. So, coming back, I'm circling back to you, Jack. So increased energy, your hair color started coming back. Was there anything else you noticed?
Yeah, lost the floaters are gone. That was in my
Floaters.
eye. Similar to Amy, my eyesight got better. I was wearing glasses. I don't wear glasses anymore. I'm 63 years old. Eyesight was 20/40 here. Now it's back to 20/20. And a couple of things, as much as we love what it's doing to us, another good feeling that we have, because we love helping people, is seeing our friends and family get on these patches and watching what it does to them, watching them get healthier, watch the energy level on them, watching their pain go away. And it really feels good that we're able to be in a position to help them and to help them get off medication. And then we watch them share it. So as much as we can do to help, we do. We just love it for a lot of reasons. We'll never get off of it. We're on it till the good Lord
Fantastic.
takes us home.
Yeah.
And we're going to share it with everybody. Again, we know, as I was, as everybody, you're going to be skeptical looking at it. That's fine. It's all we want to do is give you the education. We just want to show you what it is. And if they take advantage of it, fine. They may wait a year. They may keep seeing the changes that we see. And we are both looking a lot younger. I'm 63. She's 59, almost 59.
I'm
And
coming up on 2 years when I first met you, and you both look younger. And I've only known you for about 20 months. So that's
thank you.
pretty amazing. I met you guys and I'm like, holy smokes, they keep looking younger and younger and younger. I like those that are listening. My mom, her and her sister would kid about her skin was so loose on her, they'd call it a turkey neck, and her turkey neck's gone. So when you talked about collagen being released, there's a lot of women listening to this that, there's options other than injecting poison in your face. There are other options. Give this a try first. And I was losing my train of thought there, but Amy, could you share just briefly how these work? If they're non-transdermal, how do they work?
Well, it's very interesting. It's an interesting technology. And the best analogy, Rich, is this that people can relate to. We like to keep it really simple. So you know how you go out into the sun, right? We all go out in the sun hits our body and it naturally activates vitamin D. So it's called phototherapy. So the patches work the same way. So like Rich said, they are non-transdermal, so nothing is going in the body. But when we place the patch on our body, we are infrared beings, and it reflects the light coming out of our body back into our body and activates dormant master cells and different peptides that we had when we were younger, making those cells younger and newer again. And we just don't know. And Rich, for me, it's about quality of life, right? I didn't know we were going to have the side benefits of looking younger. I wanted to wear this technology for my health and my pain. I'm all into about preventative care, doing what I can, eat healthy. You still have to take your supplements. You want to drink your water, but this is such a great addition to your self-care. Again, there's no taste, there's no swallowing, there's no smell, there's nothing. You put it on, forget about it, and it does the magic and without any chemicals, and it can help with quality of life. But what we have found, and by the way, we've worked with thousands of people in 4 years, but sleep is a big one. You've mentioned it. Chronic pain is sleep and chronic pain are probably 1 and 2, right? People are overwhelmed, stressed out. So I don't care what condition someone has, if we can help them sleep better and reduce some pain and inflammation, guess what? We just changed their life. we
Right.
change their life.
Agreed. Yeah. Well, thank you both for coming on Health and Wealth Wednesday. You're an encouragement to many that'll be watching this now or in the coming days as they get back from work and they look at this on a weekend. And I would just encourage you that are listening that, you know, feel like you're hopeless, that you have renewed hope as I do. I'm off all medications for the first time in 20 years and now have the ability to do things I wasn't able to do before. I was always tied to that prescription. And I say, you know, think outside the prescription. Please, we challenge you to think outside the prescription. Really, really important. But the person that invited you to this call, go back to that person, get more information, and get to the point where you can connect the dots like Jack and I, Amy and I have done, so that you're able to have the education, because that will provide you with a lot of strength. I call it the longevity patch. These patches will, you get off medication, it will make your life more enjoyable. Reach out. We can customize a plan for you at a wholesale basis. These patches, minimum plan, right around $6 a day. And I'm a financial advisor. I can find $6. Believe me, if I were to go through your checking account, I can find you $6 a day that you can more wisely invest in your own health. And I will if you want me to. So I'm going to sign off. Appreciate everyone coming out. I'm going to go off of our recording and then Facebook, and then we'll open up for questions. But please reach out and let us know how we can help you connect those dots as well. Thank you both for being on the show.
Thank you.
Thank you.